Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to Void Boys up against RBD3. I'm SB Revolution 5. Gonna be solo casting this one. I'll be joined by Rupture for the next match, I believe. But this is a very exciting match. We've got Void Boys, who were able to take a victory off Not Today in a best of 3, 2-1, putting Not Today into the lower bracket, which I'm hoping that Not Today are looking for some revenge soon.
Radiant team.
Not 100% sure about that, but that is most likely the case, of course. And RBD3, who were managed to come ahead of Complexity in their own group. This is the last match for your what is it? Round 2 of the upper bracket. In the winners bracket. Of course, you guys know you can find me at SB Revolution 5 on Twitter, on Hitbox at Dome TV 2 right now, and on Twitch at SB Revolution 5 as well. We of course appreciate your support of the tournament. Actually, got a little bit of a donation tonight, so that was very, very helpful and very appreciated as well.
10 seconds remaining.
Anyways, talking about the Void Boys, we've got Skywrath and Death Prophet. Not exactly the most common combo, but two of those dominating heroes. RBD3, who do have Ned standing in for them. I'm not sure if he's part of the team officially or not, but he has officially left Pain Gaming.
Team ban.
So yeah. Sorry if this is a little bit of a relaxed cast.
10 seconds.
As it is only me, it's kind of hard to hype it up without
Radiant team.
a good old co-caster here. We do see Elder Titan get the ban out, a hero who's been rising substantially in terms of when he's been picked and whatnot.
Radiant
And
team.
Viper picked up by the Void Boys as well. But Lycan will come up for RBD3, and they've got a lot of push, they've got a lot of team fight as well. Looks very interesting at the moment. Void Boys, though, with the lane-dominated heroes, and right now I'd have to say they have the stronger draft, despite the fact that their heroes don't synergize that well together. Their heroes are kind of strong by their own rights, and don't need the synergy to really be that powerful.
5 seconds remaining.
There it is. Sorry about that, guys. Just dropped something and wasn't sure. If I could find it, but I was able to.
Radiant team ban.
Ogre Magi going to be coming out as a 4th pick for Void Boys here. Kind of surprised that that didn't get banned out second phase, but they were more concerned with Legion Commander and Elder Titan. Of course, still haven't seen Broodmother.
10
Good old
seconds
Mama
remaining.
coming out lately. Hasn't been picked that much, even though added in the last patch, and I believe that's mostly due to the fact that even with Split Push, it's not exactly the most popular hero. They definitely could pick it up on RBD3 this game, though. They already have a Lycan, and the classic Lycan Brood combo is going to be ridiculous. I forget exactly why she was taken out of Captain's Mode, and actually I'm going to look it up right now.
Radiant team pick.
Let's see. Balance change log. She hasn't been in Captain's Mode since 6.79, when she got her unobstructed movement. So, before that she received a few nerfs. Of course, the 6.75 nerf being the most hurtful, the one that changed the bounty. And sadly, we're not going to be seeing her tonight. I've just realized they've just banned her out. That's a bit awkward for me.
Reserve time.
But of course, it's not that big of a deal. We'll live, I think. I will, at least. And those of you who are arachnophobic, of course, will live as well. Looks like Not Today actually got taken down by Leviathan in the Starladder series right about now. Rip my rares, of course. Not to say they can't come back, of course. One of these days, man, one of these days. Not haven't been performing quite as well. We are sitting on a lot of reserve time for Rebeldes right now. And they'll pick up the Visage, actually, here. Which probably means it's a core Jakiro and Vengeful and Visage as the alliteration supports, if you will. Put Ember on the mid lane and Lycan on the safe lane, and you're pretty good. I would imagine it's going to be Ned playing the Visage. But of course, he's probably going to have to adapt to his team there.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Anyways, VoidBoys with 1.5 minutes of reserve time left on the clock. And they're looking for, I'd say, a offlane hero. Tidehunter banned out by them. Brewmaster as well, even though we're not seeing him in the offlane as much. Centaur seems like a bit of an obvious pick for them. But a good one nonetheless. I'm trying to think of something else that could really run out there. Good old Darkseer is a possibility.
Axe.
Or an Axe, of course. A very aggressive pick. But a very good pick against Lycan. The fact that Lycan has those multiple units means that the big red man is going to be able to spin and win, pretty much. Even if we're borrowing that from Juggernaut's lore a bit. I'll be picking up the heroes now. It looks like Ned will actually be on your Vengeful Spirit. Of course, guys, once again, big shout out to you guys for coming out. And thank you for your support tonight. But that was odd. A little bit of a hiccup there. And actually, I need to fix the overlay every time, of course, because I keep forgetting to do it. But I know you guys do not want to see my ugly mug up on the screen. There we go. Ready to go right now. We're going to have Rebeldes up on the Radiant side. The side that they chose, since they didn't get first pick. It'll be CYS on the Ember Spirit. LOL will be on your Jakiro. We'll have Visage played by, I'm assuming that is the tilde tilde.
"30 seconds to battle."
Lasco? Anyways, sorry, that's just a little annoying. For me, we will have AAA there on the Lycan, as well as CYS on your Ember Spirit, the drafter for the team. On the other side of the river, we've got Fly actually coming out and blocking off a few camps here. very early on. Omega Poner will be on the Skywrath Mage. We've got Tiburon the Shark on an aggressive Tri-Lane Viper, it looks like. Mercy Please will actually be mid lane on this Axe. And we're going to have Beyond on the Death Prophet, a hero he plays very well. And one that I would say is worthy of a respect ban from Rebeldes, whether they know it or not. In 2 out of the 3 games they played against Not Today, I believe he was on the Death Prophet. Meanwhile, we will see Beyond get hit with the stun very early on here. Dual Breath coming out as well to slow her down. And Visage, Grave Chill. She's just going to end up falling, and the no-named Visage, which is really annoying, it is going to get first blood. I need something to call the players, okay? And it's one thing when, like, Chicken MC has, like, hashtag Jose ain't loyal in his name, but it's another thing when I don't even have a name for the players. They're actually going to wrap around the tower here, diving quite deep, as Ogre takes a lot of tower hits. His high health region will help him out with that, though. And they're going to try to take down Lycan. Vengeful Spirit rotating around, looking for an opening here. Beyond actually going down once again on the top lane. So Rebeldes starting out with a bang. Lycan will pause the game right now. And it's a shame I wasn't able to bet on Rebeldes because I was playing Binding of Isaac. Anyways, guys, again, thank you for coming out. If you're just joining us, I'm SP Revolution 5 solo casting game number 1 here. Shouldn't be too long, though. And let me update our title, actually, since I had not done that. Of course, VoidBoys, formerly known as Talent Gaming. And actually, since we've got a second here, I'm just going to run one quick ad before we get back into the game, because the admins have been asking us to do that. Very sorry about it. We'll be right back in 30 seconds. Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, there's nobody in chat, Slayer. Of course, guys, if you're missing, if you're missing any of the games, make sure you head over to YouTube.com/SBRevolution5 We're trying to get all of the VODs up on there. And of course, if you do so, you just watch a little ad at the beginning. And of course, I get a little bit of ad revenue off that. Doesn't cost you anything, though. So that would help out a ton, of course. Looks like Amber Spirit reconnecting right now. Of course, I did find out in the break from a friend on 4:30 ping. Perfect. A message from Digo. That the no-name Visage is actually gambling from Keyed Stars. Of course, with Ned leaving Pain, it's pretty sure that he's going to be joining this team. Apparently Bardo has left the team entirely, so it'll be very nice here. Sorry for no real chatter going on. I mean, there's not much to talk about. 2,500 ping, holy god. Okay, yeah, I mean, server issues are back, of course. I just have a problem with the blank name slot because, I mean, if you want to grow as a player, you want to get noticed by other teams or anything, you're gonna need a name. It's not very helpful if I just say, oh, that guy that played Visage in that one match, we could get him to stand in. No. Nobody knows who that is. Anyways, tell you what, guys, while we run these server issues, I am going to run 2 more ads. Very sorry for those of you on the VOD. I will actually pause the VOD for now. We'll pick it back up when we're about to resume. Hopefully I will remember. And we'll be right back. And we're back. You didn't miss much. Just a lot of pause and me eating some goldfish in the break. Of course, big shout out to you guys for coming out. Appreciate the support. We've been getting great feedback. Except for my camera control. Things have been going pretty well. Looks like we are reconnecting right now. Sorry for the delay. I really thought that we were ready to go right now. In the meantime, I did try to take us around the effigy showcase. I did miss this one from Tibaroon. Hands in the air. No inscription, though. Boo. 0 out of 10. This was my favorite, though. I believe I can fly. The axe. Which actually looks really good, if you ask me. Anyways, go ahead and move back into the game. Axe beginning to really create some lane presence on this mid lane. He is sitting 9-3 up against Lycan's 5-0. There's actually quite a gap in the CS at the moment. And CYS actually managed to get a Searing Chains off on Fly. And Fly not taking too much damage from it. He is only level 1, but has found that double damage rune. He's going to be able to create some space with the team with this, but these supports rotating around. This is a powerful roaming duo. I mean, between Visage and Vengeful Spirit, you've got a bit of physical damage, a bit of armor reduction, a bit of stun, a bit of slow, a bit of everything. And CYS going to get harassed out here, but actually they'll come in right now. They slow down the Ogre Magi, stun him up, and start the armor process. And now the physical damage comes in for CYS to help secure the kill. Does block some of that poison damage. However, the Nether Toxin is physical damage, will cut right through that shield, and that's one way he's able to dominate this lane at the moment. Ember does have a salve available, but it looks like he might just be headed back to base anyway. Which, I mean, Visage will be able to secure some CS here, as well as some easy levels, relatively. Mercy Please. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, he's sporting quite a few genuines for Axe. The genuine guard and the red mist. Wow, that's actually quite a decorated vanguard he's got. And they have been stacking some camps in order to help Axe. Lycan Hal will come out right now. They don't have Visage Familiars up, but this is like the poor man's Drow Visage. They could have probably gone for Drow Visage had they wanted to. I expect our draft would have panned out a bit differently, though. Currently, they're sitting 3-0, though. Lycan just barely sitting on top of the CS. Net worth sitting about 1,000 there for Rebeldes. XP sitting at about 150 for VoidBoys. They're getting a bit more XP, but that's mainly due to the roaming duo early on and the fact that that's going to diminish your XP. Ned, though, already coming back into mid lane, wants to put pressure on this Axe. Needs to put pressure on this Axe, you could even say. And in a 1v1 lane, we're probably not going to see Axe skilling up Battle Hunger. Meanwhile, though, Ember finding a kill on Viper. Fly will be rotating down here. But he doesn't appear to have enough to really do much of anything. He'll be getting more wards right now. Very starved for gold, though, as he's sitting on just 200, about 500, or 5 minutes in. 500 nothing. That's exactly what I was saying. Yep. Meanwhile, though, Mercy Please, moving into the jungle, he does have that bottle, so he can afford to spam Berserker's Call, and actually he could afford to take a lot of damage from these creeps. However, I don't think we're going to see him even do that, seeing as he now is level 6, and now he'll be able to secure some kills, and this is exactly where you need to be as an Axe. The mid lane from both sides is honestly being abandoned at the moment. It's a little unfortunate. However, Death Prophet continuing to farm, does have 30 last hits. And it's a very tight gap between AAA there, or Kawe, as he's known a little better, and the Death Prophet and the Axe. Of course, Kawe is jungling a little bit, so he'll be getting extra XP, and this opens up the map a little bit for these supports. In fact, Fly and Gambling are facing off on the mid lane now. Axe will... Oh, he just called on creeps. If you don't have bottle, I'd say calling in the jungle is a little stupid. No offense to Axe or anything, but it's just not the brightest thing you could do. But having that extra armor, even for the 3 seconds you can possibly squeeze out of it, can give you a lot more damage resistance. In fact, CYS is going to get hit with a Viper Strike here, which will disable the Flame Guard, but won't do much of any damage to him, to be honest. He's not farming so hot, though. 14 last hits up against a Viper who's got 29. And in an off-lane situation, VoidBoys are getting away with some greed. However, they aren't getting kills. And Axe definitely is a hero who wants to snowball. He's a hero who wants to get ahead and be able to easily stay ahead of the enemy. He is working on his Blink Dagger. I'm kind of surprised he's not farming lane at all. Even if they're trying to give this Ogre some levels. Axe will be getting more gold from the lane. Ogre is still only level 4. You look over at the Visage, who's almost level 6 at this point. And Vengeful Spirit, who's sitting level 4 as well. Your Skywrath sitting at level 3. The experience advantage is starting to sift over to Rebeldez. And we can see that. About 1,000 gold in their favor as well. Thanks to these kills, mainly. However, they haven't been able to pick off Death Prophet again. She's died twice, and Ogre and Viper have also died a singular time. Take a look at net worth, though, and we're going to see Axe sitting at the top. He wants to get this blink up so he can get some map presence. He's only about 300 away at the moment. And I think a 9-minute, 10-minute blink is going to be a very reasonable timing for him. Not the greatest in the world, but definitely not the worst. And Lycan, as soon as he gets his Vlads up, is going to be able to Roche. And I would imagine that's possibly what's coming to him right now. I'm not sure what this courier is doing. I'm going to be completely real. He has practically got enough gold for the Vlads right now, though. Meanwhile, there's the blink up on Axe at 9 minutes. Sorry guys, when I don't have a co-caster, I tend to kind of zone out a little more. It's a trial for me, but hey, gotta get good at it, because it'll make me a better co-caster as well. Megaponer actually gonna silence down the lull, but he'll end up going down. That's a 5-0 spree for Rebeldez, and they're securing these kills, but right now I feel like VoidBoys are still doing quite well in their lanes. Axe looking for another blink up here. There will be a Yule start to get picked up by Lol. Nice juke there on the Death Prophet. He'll throw out Dual Breath again, but he doesn't have the Ice Path, and now the owner's going to end. They did take down Viper on the bot lane in the meantime, though. Looks like Lycan was able to pick up that kill. Now that he has his Vlads, he'll probably be going for either an Necronomicon or Treads at this point, and be able to take Roche with either, or even a Medallion would be fine. 500 gold up on him. There is a taunt out on CYS. He's trying to get away to a Remnant. He's got one more possibly. Does get a Searing Chains off on the Axe there. Who's going to blink in with the dunk? There you go. Mercy, please. No mercy from him. So Ember is still working on this drum. He does have a magic wand done as well, though. He's got a bunch of those utility items for 10 minutes, but I'd definitely say he's the weak link on the side of Rebeldez. The heroes who have been getting kills are going to be falling off in the mid-game, and VoidBoys, their heroes fall off eventually, but Axe is still hard to kill. Axe is still easy to get kills with, and Death Prophet is just a pushing monster at that point. This could start to take a turn for the worst for Rebeldez right now. Since they are already ahead, they're going to be losing more of that gold advantage if VoidBoys are able to secure the kills. Drum now up on the Death Prophet, as well as some treads on the Lycan. And he does have 1,000 gold once again now without even Roshing. So we should see that Roche come out relatively soon. Omega Poner getting taken down here. They do have a ward near Roche, but it actually isn't going to give them vision of the pit very well. In fact, they can see this area of the map. But I mean, if Lycan smokes, he just walks on in. I mean, nothing else to say about that. There we go. Just making sure I had the vision set up right. You know, they've taken down top tower. Mercy please will blink in on the Jakiro. And actually see a stun come out of him. A second one. An Ice Path to go down. It'll catch two, but the Axe Call, or Culling Blade, rather, will catch a little more. And CYS, nice escape there with the Remnant. I would like for him to have these Remnants set up a little more defensively in general. He seems to be saving them to decide whether he wants to use one or escape to one in the fight. What I'd prefer him to do is just to have one ready to escape to, and then be able to use one in the fight as well if needed. And CYS now going to get silenced up. Even if he had one there, he's not going to be able to get out. Nice body blocks coming out on the Visage. There's a buyback in from the Ember, but VoidBoys starting off strong right now. 5-7 now. as they are making quite the comeback. And Mercy Please, now that he's online with the double kill. Net worth is sitting at about 3k for Rebeldez, but VoidBoys pulling it and the XP back down toward their favor. As there have been a few things to go with here. Mercy Please actually gonna get in here. He will zip away though. And Mercy not gonna be able to find that dunk right now. The mid tower goes down. And this is the point where Rebeldez are gonna be able to get ahead of this game. Because when you're pushing against the Death Prophet and you're able to do so successfully, that's quite a feat of strength. The Death Prophet, she is a bit behind. She's sitting on drums and phase and working on a Yule's. Actually substantially good farm, but in terms of net worth, with those 2 deaths and only the 1 kill and the 1 assist, and the fact that she's only level 9 at the moment with no silence, this is actually really hurting the side of VoidBoys. Axe now with the Vanguard up though. Meanwhile, Beyond going ahead and taking down some creeps in the bot lane as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Gonna see the smoke come up on Vengeful Spirit, 420 Blaze it, of course. You know the drill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
See why I was moving about as well. Jakiro put up into the air. There's going to be a stun out from Fly though, and a lot of damage coming his way. Mercy Please now on a mega kill streak as they take down the Jakiro.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Radiant structures actually getting glitched out here. Ned will get caught out in the jungle up top, and now VoidBoys surging ahead with 7-7 now, and they finally managed to take down a tower, even with just the level 1 Death Prophet ult. She'll be getting some extra solo XP right here, and there's her level 11 right now, so she'll have, actually they didn't even use the ult, wow, shows what I know. So they'll have that level 2 ult available for a fight or a tower push if they want it. They will ping out the Visage there. And I think they're spotting out the Visage Birds up top as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
7-7 though. Lycan leading the charge in terms of net worth, followed up by Axe, who has a Vanguard and a Blink. And should be working on what I would imagine will be a Crimson Guard next. It's going to be very good against this team, seeing as the damage block is going to do quite a lot. Crimson Guard up on Axe right now, though.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under
And Death Prophet actually throwing out the ult right here. I'm going to be wearing down the tower slowly but surely. We do see Viper, though,
bottom tower is
taking it down as well. And Death Prophet going to be able to secure the kill in the tower. Great use of that ult very early on here. Lycan, though, getting caught out at Roche. They're going to find him with the... I don't even know how they figured this out, but actually, they'll slow him down right now, although it's not going to slow him. And Ned standing nearby, ready with the swap if needed, but AAA, he may be in need of some roadside assistance here. Actually, the Skywrath Mage Arcane Bolt won't take him down yet. Roshan's sitting on about 25% HP. They'll be going down here. I mean, they could even finish him off with a Culling Blade if they absolutely have to. There's a Remnant from Ember Spirit. And Mercy Please gets sunned up, but they are going to put the Aegis over on the Viper right now. Ember not going to go in for it, but a pretty big win for VoidBoys. Even if they don't take down the Lycanthrope right now, they basically deny that gold and XP from Rebeldez, as well as the Aegis itself. And they're beginning to get a grip on this game. The net worth has now reset itself back to 0, and the XP slipping over into VoidBoys side of things. For Rebeldes fans, you might want to hold on to your rares, boys. The rares you bet over at Dota 2 Bastiolo. Of course, also big shout out to our sponsors, Dota 2 Bastiolo, Hitbox, Vinotech, eBettle. I believe esportbets.com is still covering us. Daily Dota 2, Latin American Casters, Doom TV. I think that's most of them. Tiburon on the Viper here, continuing to farm up. He has got himself a mech up as well as 1600 in the bank. In the late game, though, I'm really going to favor Rebeldes. Ember Spirit actually finding a kill on Skywrath in the bot lane, as they will continue to focus down the bot tower. They don't have creeps with them at the moment, but Ned, or CYS, is going to be taking down this creep wave right now. He does have 2200 gold up. Could be going for that boots of travel build, kind of the smash build at the moment, but
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
instead, he's going to be headed out as after the tower drops to 50%, they're going to be forced back by some TPs coming in here. Of course, they were able to, destroy the tower up top with the Death Prophet. Not even needing her ulti. And I believe this is going to be a heart coming out for her next instead of a Rod of Atos. I think that's definitely the right decision, seeing as there's a lot of damage coming their way as well. Just some aggressive wards placed out here. It's a bit unfortunate that wasn't caught by the sentry, which will be expiring right now. But can't catch them all, and actually they're missing all the warding coming out here. They may have even just seen Lycan walk into the pit a few minutes ago. I'm not 100% sure about that. Anyways, Lycan, or Axe, actually going to be farming up some Visage Familiars as he blinks in, taunts him, and just says, hey, attack me. Oh, thank you. I'll spin and kill you. Visage Familiars, of course, not able to disengage from that. And now they're going to go after the mid tower. There is a glyph coming out. A Crimson Guard out onto VoidBoys as well, which will discourage Rebeldes from coming in here. It'll block the majority of the tower damage. Tower hits for 130. That's only 80 damage post armor reduction coming out right now. A nice Crypt Swarm, but unfortunately I believe it missed slightly with the Yules from Jakiro to defensively block that. And they'll get an Ice Path off of Tiburon, but their tower already going down. Meanwhile, though, up top, Visage and AAA going to be split pushing buddies right here. Mercy Please takes down the Vengeful Spirit, and he's going to be able to help his team run away with that extra boost of movement speed from Axe's Culling Blade as well. This is kind of a hit and run scenario for him. Beyond, gonna manage to throw out the silence, and CYS gonna get taunted up here, and actually in range for a dunk. There it is. Mercy Please. Show some mercy, please. As actually AAA comes in here. He does have that Necronomicon 3 up. They'll take down the Ogre, and they want more, but can they find it? Axe able to blink away. Skywrath Mage now back in the game at the moment. Death Prophet now with the Rod of Atos up as well. Sorry, just chatting with Rupture. Skype briefly here. Aegis did just get reclaimed by, actually, I don't know who gets to reclaim the Aegis. That's a good question. By no one, I guess, or by Roshan.
A gift from the goddess.
And he'll be respawning in just a little bit here. I think it said just over 3 minutes. So, pretty quick Roshan time. And while Ember Spirit working away on this Battle Fury, only about 700 to go. I'm imagining he's going for Boots of Travel afterwards since he's leaving those brown boots as they are at the moment. He's still quite a bit behind though, and it may not be out of choice, it may be out of I need damage and I don't have it right now. Viper also seeing a bit behind. He will be 700 from his Ag Scepter right now, I believe. There was an ult off from Lycan there, and he'll be running away as well as the Ember Spirit here. Let me just check. Yep. Not gonna see it right now. We do have that genuine Grillhound though. Which has the full particle effects, by the way. Starladder Season 5 only. It's an exclusive there, of course. Meanwhile, Death Prophet ulti gonna come out on the top tower. Actually just shot quite a lot of damage.
Tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Hasterun on the bottom river. Axe will actually find it, and this is a very dangerous situation to be in, seeing as he can taunt you up. He's gonna not see Ned right now. Ned will actually get away before he's able to call. And Axe is actually either going for Scepter or Bloodstone at this point. He'll stun up the Visage, take down his familiars, and be like, hey, I'll leave now, that's fine. Thanks. Ember now with the Battle Fury up, though. Well, Axe has his Ags up. There's a gym up for Ogre. And they're looking to gain back some map control here. I like the fact that they smoke up and don't pick up the gym just yet. As they'll actually try to spot out the Ember Spirit, but he manages to have some quick reflexes. They're looking for AAA. They won't be able to find him. His army of creeps will push forward a little bit more. He does have a Howl available as well. Meanwhile, Viper picking up the Ags at the moment. And Visage with the smoke as well. Meanwhile, Death Prophet picking up the bounty rune right now. And like him with the BKB, it won't help you too much against Axe. And Axe, now that he's got that Culling Blade, he'll be able to take out creeps, well, rather quickly. Now that he has the Axe, rather. It's on a 6-second cooldown. You got the mana, you got the creep. Easy. And it gives your team a 10-second speed buff, yep. Alright, now Beyond. Gonna come in here, gonna get a lot of damage off on Roche as they pop off that ult. And, Lycan, or Venge, actually pinging things out right here. They don't have wards up for this, and Ogre knows it too, I think. He does have a gem up. Skywrath Mage sitting on 3 bracers. right now. And actually, Beyond's gonna take down Roche. Viper picks up the Aegis, and they just say, okay, disengage time. Death Prophet, though, gonna come up alone and actually get hit by the Macro Power and the Ice Path. Will regen up right now. Whoa, camera. Where are you going? Beyond will maybe go down. She's actually going to try to purge that off and get away at the moment. But a Soul Assumption, long range. The mech was there just in time for Tiburon. And actually, the Jakiro going down to Mercy Please, who is godlike at this point. Void Boys making a big comeback right now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, bot tower going down to the Radiant, it looks like. Sorry guys, I tend to space out a little bit when I solo cast. I work on it. Today I've been spacing out more than usual, just in general, not just during this cast. And I honestly don't particularly like that. Big surprise, I know. That Prophet, they're getting healed up right now. And Axe, he spots out the wolf and he says, nobody, you're mine. Give monies, please. And they're going to make a push down mid. They don't have Death Prophet up, but it will be up in 10 seconds. Not sure why I checked up there when it was clearly on the bot. And actually, Beyond with that Atos, is going to be able to do a lot. They actually have a ton of movement speed, thanks to that creeps. In fact, they'll be able to run away if they get jumped on here. That speed wearing off right now, but I mean, it's only going to stay so long. Meanwhile, like him trying to split push top, he does have a TP out though. An Axe going ahead and taunting up. The mid tower goes down, and Ember Spirit buying back into the game. Mercy Please though, taking down Vengeful Spirit. And as the Death Prophet ult goes down with the Death Prophet, of course, we're going to see them try to engage. Lulled with a double kill. And actually, Tiburon in a lot of trouble here. He'll drop, but that's just the Aegis. As Axe blinking away, they're going to grab Fly. It looks like he's trying to get away. He will drop the gem, though. And meanwhile, Tiburon is going to go down, it looks like. So, Void Boys losing 4. Only 1 left for them, and that is the big red man himself. And no, it's not Santa Claus. It is Axe. Axe is 10-0 this game, though. He is really coming online quite well, if you ask me. Not the most action-packed of games, but 25 kills in 30 minutes, still better than TI4 Finals, if you ask me. And Axe continuing to try and grab Lycan Wolves if they're out there. I mean, he has an okay amount of mana regen, I guess, so he can spam this. I'd still like to see him going with something a little more mana oriented, beat a Hex, beat a Bloodstone, whatever. Just get something, man. Meanwhile, Axe gonna get put up in the air with the Yules, Mercy Please. Hit with an Ice Path as well. Meanwhile, Visage actually fighting an Atos of his own after the Aghanim Scepter. Ned's been able to, or Gambling rather, has been able to find quite a bit of farm on the map, if you ask me.
Never refuse gold, give it.
Excuse me. We've also got Ember Spirit Sitting on 1 Battle Fury and 2,400 in the bank. Not really sure what he's going to be picking up, though, to be honest. Death Prophet now with the heart as well. So, going to be very tanky. Going to regen a lot when not completely under fire. And, going to be able to do a lot with that as well. Axe, though, definitely farming up. He's got 1,700 in the bank. He actually has 2 boots. I mean, hey, more boots for Axe. It's not exactly what we're used to, but more axes for Axe for sure. Being added in the patch. Actually, Axe is going to go ahead and taunt up Gambling here. Take him down and reclaim the gem, it looks like. Taking down Visage. His familiars are still up, however. And needs to be careful. Lol getting picked off, and he tries to Culling Blade. Can't quite find it, though. There's the dunk. Coming on through. As Mercy Police will take him down. I'd rather not feel his axe in my battles, to be honest. Mercy Police mistiming a few of these taunts. They will get 2 with the Searing Chains. That's Beyond and Fly. They're going to bait out the Death Prophet ulti and then try to get away. It looks like Ned will be the casualty here, though, as he gets taken down by the Death Prophet as well. But they're managing to hold these racks. They want to get to that bottom lane very quickly. I'm not sure they have time with the Death Prophet ulti expiring pretty soon. Yeah, don't have much left on that. Honestly, a big cooldown blown for a Vengeful Spirit and possibly a Jakiro as well. And that's really what Rebeldes need to do. They need to bait out the Death Prophet ulti and then be able to disengage. Ember Spirit gets another Perseverance here. He's going to be working on a second Battle Fury, it looks like. Lycan, though, sitting on 20k net worth and 17k for the Axe. So Lycan's still managing to stay ahead here, despite the fact that Axe has many more kills with 11 up against the 3 from the Lycan, of course. We're going to see Axe really start to fall off in the late game. If these heroes get tankier and tankier, it's going to be harder and harder for him to cull, especially if he doesn't buy something new. Now, of course, Bloodstone's a possibility if you want to continue to snowball. But Fly actually going to get caught out right now. He'll be going down almost instantly. He's got a Ghost Scepter coming up. No Ult Stick coming after him anytime soon. Omega Pwn are going to Ghost Scepter as well, but get taken down as well, and not going to be in the best situation here. So they will be running into the racks right now, trying to make yet another push. The creeps are pushing in toward mid, though, from the Radiant team. But the Howl damage from Lycan helping them to take down the tower. However, the mid-racks are under attack here as we go back into the fight. Death Prophet ulti already pops. Silence out on 3. There's a Viper Strike out on your Ember Spirit, who's slowed down quite a bit. He gets 4 staffed up the cliff, but not quite enough to save him, as the massive amounts of damage from Viper are going to bring him down. Lol getting taken down by Axe, who is now beyond godlike. Far beyond godlike, in fact. But they lose 2. They get a tower, but they're forced back to defend as well. Axe now sitting 12-0-4.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, can definitely use the battle recap next time. No problem about that. Thank you guys for the suggestions here. Again, my solo casting is not perfect at all. Not even close. Since Rupture was busy, I was pretty much required to step in here. VoidBoys now going after a Roche here. Mercy, please. Going to be picking up a Shiva's card, so a lot of extra mana for him, a decent amount of mana regen and armor as well. And actually Lycan, he'll be coming out right now. They know he's here. He knows they're here. Here's the team fight about to unfold as actually Crimson Guard popped off by Axe. Lycan doesn't have a lot of duration left on that ult. And if they're gonna do something, they need to go in right now. Ned gonna throw out an armor reduction. I think they're pretending they don't have vision even though the wolves are in the pit, but Skywrath Mage bringing down Ned with a few arcane bolts. And a bit of damage goes out to Fly and Mercy. And actually, there's Lycan Wolves coming out now as well. They're going to try to steal the Rosh, it looks like. And actually, some stuns coming out on the Axe. Nice Ice Path catches 3 there. But Beyond and Omega on the outskirts of the fight. Not going to get caught off yet. There's a Culling Blade on a Wolf. And CYS coming in now. Axe taking a lot of damage, but he will still stand. He turns on the Battle Hunger on CYS, and he's going to take him down with the Culling Blade instead. AAA is dominating, though, as he takes in the Skywrath Mage. One of these heroes should probably die this fight. Lol, he's going to use the Axe. Axe tries to get the Familiars. He's going to get 2. He'll get a 3rd as well. But now, the bash is coming in from Lycan. He'll finally bring down Axe's Beyond Godlike streak. 851 gold. We'll check the fight recap in just a moment. Beyond. Ghost Sceptered up. Can't be attacked. And this is where Lycan can seriously get wrecked. It looks like fight is beginning to dissipate. Fight recap showing 1,300 gold, or 1,500 gold in the favor of the Radiant team. 1,500 going over to Lycan as well. And Fly finding a 2x, 3x multicast on Ned, and they should be able to take Rosh off of this. However, there are wolves there. Death Prophet will grab the Aegis though. It did cost her ult, but they will be able to TP back and defend mid with the ult as well. So, not the most costly thing there ever was, but it's okay. Death Prophet continuing to split push. It's Rat Dota full on right now for Rebeldez and VoidBoys. In fact, take a look at our graphs. We do have the net worth sitting at about 500 for Rebeldez. Experience sitting at about 5k for VoidBoys. Actually, net worth has been in Rebeldez's favor most of this match. However, it's only gone up to 3k at its maximum, which is not the best situation to be in. Of course. You want to get ahead if you can get ahead. And I'd still say, even with the comeback changes, that you want to get further ahead, or as far ahead as you can, brother. Skywrath Mage is trying to farm up on the mid lane. He could be going for E-Blade at this point, to be honest. Although I believe it's going to be buyback for him. Viper continuing to form up. What's he building now? Heart, probably. Looks like it. Lycan, though, with the Abyssal Blade. And actually, this is going to make these BKBs, which are not even really picked up on the side of VoidBoys at all. Rather useless. Of course, it is a guaranteed stun, rather than the chance stun on your regular old basher, so... not going to be too bad. I think they're both just waiting for the next Rosh, though, which will be going up in a while. Death Prophet still has the Aegis, and has an ult to use with it. And... should be able to pressure our backs with it as well. However, you don't want to waste your ult, get taken down with your Aegis, and then not have any hope. I do like Mercy Please's just dunk on a creep before they go into a Rax here, though. Because it means if they have to run away, they have haste move speed to do it. It's a 10-second Centaur charge to work with.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
It's going to mean that Rebeldes, they're a little scared here. They throw out the Ice Path, throw out the Dual Breath as well. No macro power committed just yet, but already VoidBoys able to get away with the Rax, and a silence out on AAA. Not going to be stopping too much at the moment. There's a taunt for Max as he actually does manage to take down the Necro Unit, but Tiburon, he's Abyssal Bladed out, and Lycan now, he's found an opening, and he wants some more. Beyond, gonna get swapped back by Ned here. Does still have the Aegis, and the ult is already down. The gem on the ground, though. As CYS getting focused down, he will drop, though. Does have buyback. Visage now dominating as he takes down the Axe, who does buy back into the game. They're looking for AAA, though. And now, nice taunt by Mercy Please. He's going to find the Visage. He'll get the dunk off, ending the dominating streak from him. Fight recap showing less gold lost from Rebeldes, although it's not counting Visage's buyback here. But both teams actually losing gold off that engagement.
Under attack.
Actually, a dunk off for Mercy Please. And a taunt to finish off some Visage Birds. Of course, those Visage Birds are going to constantly be under the dunk threshold, I believe. 600 HP. Yeah, his threshold's 625. So with the Axe, he's able to instantly kill those. But speaking of the Axe, Fly now with his own Axe. Oh, we did do the effigy check. Ah, sorry about that. I now remember we did do the effigy check this game, so... Meanwhile, though, Lycan trying to split push a bit. Still the leader in terms of net worth. However, if he's down, I mean... There's not much else doing anything in terms of net worth. Ember only sitting on 10k compared to the Lycan's whopping 27k 45 minutes in. That's almost 10k every 5 minutes, which is about... No, 10k every 15 minutes, excuse me. I knew that didn't make sense. 10k advantage every 5 minutes would be utterly ridiculous. Ember's still working on that second Battle Fury and still hasn't upgraded his boots. He doesn't have buyback at the moment. And they're going to begin to retreat here. It looks like Visage making the TP out. Ember going to just make a run for it, it looks like. And it looks like he will be going for that Battle Fury after all. 500 gold to go on the second one. Fly continuing to bloodlust everybody up. I mean, at this point in the game, it's going to be pretty tough for either team to get a clear advantage without taking a big team fight. And I feel the storm a brewing, if you know what I mean, here. Just a friendly reminder to be respectful to mods. They do hold a ban hammer, whether you like it or not. We're going to see Ember, though, with that second Battle Fury up. And thanks to our 10-minute pause there, Looks like this game may go on all night.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Man, I'm gonna be exhausted, but no big deal. Actually, a blink forward for Max. A Death Prophet ulti coming out as well. The Crimson Guard's already off, and they do get a bit of an Ember Spirit Sleight of Fist off. Ned going down at the beginning of the fight to Skywrath Mage, though. And we'll be carrying that negative damage R. They're just waiting here for the Visage Familiars, which will just be resummoned. A cheeky move by Visage, indeed. But again, the Radiant have to continue to counter push against this at the moment. Otherwise, their racks are... Well, their racks are already down, but their Ancient could be going down to creeps, which would be quite embarrassing if you ask me. Mike and meanwhile buying back into the game. There's a 3x multicast out onto Jakiro. He actually got taken down by a creep. Lucky fool's got a lot of gold on him, probably. Beyond, we'll go ahead and pop the ult, and they're just going to go for the slow siege here. They're not pushing into the racks. They know how costly it is if they do die. And so they're going to say, hey, let's take the safer option. Bait out a Glyph. Glyph is down. Death Prophet ulti already used as well. She uses herself into the air. Mercy Please finding a taunt and actually fly. Gonna find the Vengeful Spirit in the end here. Nice Searing Chains off from Ember. Beyond's trying to stay alive though. Starting to regen up. Sits on 30 HP but does manage to live. They're gonna find AAA as well, who is down for 2 minutes. And VoidBoys beginning to take the turn on Rebeldez at the moment. And CYS getting slowed down. He'll get taken down as well. Seeing as the multicast came out, and Visage finding a solo assumption onto Viper, but those are the only 2 casualties on the Dyer's team right now. And meanwhile, the last hero from the Radiant gambling on that Visage will be going down. There's 7 or 8 seconds on both the Jakiro and the Vengeful Spirit coming out. And there is a Yule's up on a creep from Axe as well.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, they're just saying, hey, you don't have buybacks, do you? You must not. You would have spent them. Okay, we'll go for mid. Gonna finally try to breach the final layer of the base right now.
Radiant's middle tower has
And
fallen.
meanwhile, ding ding dings coming out from Ogre Magi. As the mid tower goes down, the second one about to go down. Shakiro does have a Hex, but
Radiant's middle tower.
can't really do too much with it without some follow-up damage. And there goes Mercy Please taking it down. We'll see GG called by Kawe. And good game gonna come out from the VoidBoys right now. Rebeldez losing game number 1. Something I personally didn't expect. The VoidBoys looking very good at the moment. Very well played by both teams, but in the end, VoidBoys going to come out. But won't be alone next cast. I know it was a bit of a painful slog for you guys having to listen to just my voice. We'll have good old Rupture joining me in the next game. Shout out to him. I know he's in the chat. And VoidBoys bringing it out in the end. Of course, I'm SB Revolution 5. Find me on Twitter at SBRevolution5, on Twitch at the same, and on Facebook at SBRevolution5 Dota. You can also find me on YouTube now at SBRevolution5 Dota. The VODs for the tourney are going to be on there. You can actually find them probably right after this match if you're just tuning in and want to see the pure ownage that led to an 18-2-12 Axe and the mega comeback from the VoidBoys. You can check it out there. Of course, we'll be back with game number 2 in just a moment, guys. Hope you're enjoying it.